As you see, I'm by myself this morning, so it's just you and me today. We're just going to talk. So I will need your comments. I will need your contribution. Whatever you want to contribute to this show will be wonderful, wonderful. But thank you so much once again. And thank you for following me on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, thank you so much for joining. Please share the video there. We're trying to see how much we'll be able to reach as much people as we can. As you know, this is the way to do things now. So please help me. If I have to beg, I am begging you to please help me to share the videos on Instagram and also on Facebook. There's a lot of videos that we have, and I will need you to please like it and share it on your page. Share it with groups for me. That would be very awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel because then you'll be able to go there anytime and watch videos there too. So please do that for me. I am very, very low. I think I don't even know the number, but it's very low on YouTube. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's just Victoria Krepi, and subscribe so you can be able to go there and watch all the video. But once again, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful show. We are talking about signs of jealousy this morning. And I think that we all have it here and there. And how would you even know whether you are jealous or not? So those are the things that we're going to talk about. There are so many things God is doing in our life, and God will continue to do in our life. But if you are very, very busy, trying to look at what God is doing in somebody's life, then you'll be missing what God is doing in your own life. So that's what we're going to talk about. So in a few minutes, please share the video for me. Tag your friends to come in. Let them know that we are live. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful show today. So please come in. Let's give our friends some few minutes to come in. But I trust God that you are doing, very well today. And wherever you are, God is keeping you. The weather is good, and you being safe. Please, you being safe. It's very, very important that you take care of yourself wherever you are. You make sure that you are doing everything to be alive. It's the season that we find ourselves in. So please share the video with me. Tag your friends to come in. I will try to share my video. If you are on groups, share it there because it's help with them going back. Even if people cannot join us now, they go back and watch the show, which we are going to talk very, very practical today. I believe that even in COVID, God is doing wonderful, wonderful things. And I don't want any of my women of influence or men of influence to miss what God is doing because we are busy in people's case. And we don't have time for our own case. So that's what we're going to look at today. And I know that it's going to be a blessing. So share it with your friend. Tag your friends to come in. And please, when you also get it, share it. Okay? Share it for somebody to come in. I think that is the way to go now. So we all have to find a way to share. And thank you so much. And we have been doing our challenge of the T-shirts. Today is the end of July, so today is going to be announced who have won the T-shirts. I've noticed that a lot of people are sharing, our shows now and everything I post, and which I am very, very, very grateful, because I won't be sitting here if you really haven't been sharing, the video. It's your help that really make this show successful. So I thank you so, so much. But of course, we have to zero it down to to one person, So the person that I really share it most, and I think that person really deserves it, before we even put the challenge on. I mean, this person have been sharing everything I post. Okay, so it wasn't even about the challenge, but it's about how she followed me and how she shared everything I post. And when the challenge came, she also jumped into it and she shared it everywhere. And I think she deserves the T-shirt. But guess what? We are not leaving those of you who have also been sharing, because I have this wonderful mug here. You see, it's so beautiful. It has Woman of Influence, our logo on. And guess what? This is one of my wonderful, wonderful daughters. That's her business now, Shea Creation. If you go on Instagram, you can follow her. If you're on Facebook, you can follow her, Shea Creation. She will do everything you need. If you need a birthday, special occasions, everything you need, she can create it for you. So she was able to make me this wonderful, wonderful mug, and I'm going to share it with some of you that have also been sharing the video. So it's not just, the T-shirt, we are also giving the mugs out too. And I'm going to do another challenge. Those of you who will go on YouTube, from today till next week. So this is just a week promotion. Those of you who will go Tuesday to next Tuesday to our YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel and share it, you are getting a mark. You see, I am very, very generous. But this is beautiful. It will be beautiful to have a wonderful tea in, beautiful in your office, whatever. So we are giving the mark out too. So let the challenge begin. I love it. I love it. I love it when we are putting the challenge on. So let the challenge begin. And please make sure that you go to Shea Creation and make sure that whatever you need, put it at very reasonable prices. And she is doing a wonderful work. And I love when, our people are doing well. They are doing their own businesses and God is prospering them. That's why we are here. And as a woman of influence, I want to make sure that I am supporting everybody that is doing very awesome. So let's talk today. As you see, I'm sitting here by myself. It means that I'm going to do the show with you. So I will need you, when I ask you a question, I want you to speak back to me, because it's going to be some questions that I will throw to you, to who is watching. That's why the show is going to be very nice. I love it when it's just me talking, doing all the talking. So we are looking at the signs of jealousy. Okay, and I think somebody will say that, why do you need to talk about jealousy around this time? Because, you see, what the enemy is trying to do is for some of us to just sit down. And all that we are thinking about in this situation that we find ourselves in, which is very, I call it wonderful. That's the only word I can use for what is going around. But it's that you will rob yourself and you will even rob God for thinking that all that is going on is just COVID. No, there's a lot of things going on. I have friends, I've seen people on social media that are making money in real estate, closing houses. People are moving to their new houses. People are buying cars. People are giving birth. People are married. I mean, things are happening. And if all that you are doing is thinking about COVID and thinking about COVID and thinking about the people that are dying and the cases and thinking about all those negative things, the year will pass you by and you see that a whole year has been wasted. But I strongly believe that God is a God of seasons. And although he doesn't change, he changed situation. And he is in charge of situation. So our God haven't changed. But guess what? Because of wherever we find ourselves in and whatever is going on, he have a way to make things work even now. And that is what I want us to look into. That with everything happening, God is still in charge. He is still in charge. Okay, God is still in charge. So please continue to share the video. So I wrote here that awesome life is when you smile. Often, you have to learn to smile. Okay, the world is not thinking. So you have to learn to smile. You have to learn. This morning, I read from somewhere that a strong woman is the one who smiles through his suffering. And I'm like, that is a powerful quote. Okay, so it's not like all is well. It's not that we have everything figured out and we are on top of the world and everything is fine. All our bills are paid. Our husband is behaving well. Our children are good. You know, it's not like we have everything figured out. But out of our challenges and out of our suffering, we are still smiling. Okay, so that is a wonderful life. If you can wake up in the morning and smile, I'm telling you, you are living. You are living. Because guess what? Those who are dead cannot smile. And guess what? Dream big. So awesome life is when you can smile, when you can dream big, when you can laugh, you know, a lot. And dreaming big, nobody can arrest you for dreaming big. You rob yourself when your dreams are small. Okay? You have to dream bigger than yourself. You have to dream bigger than what you're exposed to. And that's why sometimes it's good to just expose yourself to things. It's good to go to new places and discover new things. It's good to go to places that you haven't been before and see how things are going on there. It's good to expose yourself because sometimes in dreaming, it helps you because maybe you have been in a bigger space. You have been with people that are doing greater things and not just because they have the money there, but they are dreaming and they are driving themselves to achieve their dreams. It also encourages you. So dream big. Nobody will arrest you for dreaming big. But make sure that you are dreaming big. It's very important. And laugh, okay? Laugh. And it's good to also realize how blessed you are, okay? How blessed you are. You will never know how blessed you are if you don't know. You just have to know that you are blessed. And maybe you are thinking, oh, I can't afford that car. Oh, I can't afford that home. I'm not living in that big house and all those stuff. So I'm not blessed. You are just blessed. Maybe you don't know. Let me tell you today, you are blessed because you are alive. You are watching me now. Look at how many people have passed from March till now. Look at how many people that are in their grave. You are here. I remember growing up, my father always used to say that you are not poor till you are dead. Because once you are dead, everything is done. But once you are alive, you are not poor. You can make things happen. So you are alive. So you are a blessed person. And you have to know, you see, that there is power in knowing something. There's power in believing in something. Okay? So when you know you are blessed, when you believe you are blessed, not just because of what you have, but just even living, just having God protecting you, seeing another day, seeing your family around you, knowing that give you the sense of being grateful, give you the sense of knowing that your God is good. There's power in knowledge. So you have to know that you are blessed. You just have to know. And when you know and you are very comfortable about how God has blessed you, it helps you for the devil not to even bully you. Okay? It helps you for the devil not to bully you. And it also helps you to be comfortable in your own body. You know, because if you are talking about the signs of jealousy, you can only be jealous when you are not comfortable in your own skin. So whatever you have to do to be comfortable for who God have made you to be, please be comfortable. Because in these 5 fingers, it's not each one of us have their own sizes, and each one of us, the length is different. In the world that we find ourselves in, no matter how good you are, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how awesome you are, how smart you are, how you can do everything, there are going to be some people that are better than you. And you have to accept that. What do you do when somebody is better than you? Learn from them. That's all. Learn from them. But you don't know the aspect of their life that yours is much better than. So there is no need to be envy and jealous about anybody. There is no need about it. Okay? And if you have to also learn to celebrate what God is doing in your own life. Okay, no matter how small it is. Because if you are going to come against the signs of jealousy, which I'm going to go into it, then you have to always know, okay, what God have done for you and celebrate what God is doing for you. Because if you can't celebrate what God is doing in your own life, then you see people celebrating and you have an issue with. Even if it's $1 that God will give you a day, please celebrate it. Somebody didn't have it. Somebody didn't have it. So celebrate it. Just celebrate it. Thank you so much. If you are joining me today, we are talking about the signs of jealousy today. The signs of jealousy. Please share the video. If you have any comment, it's welcome, because I'm here by myself, so I want to do the show with you. So share your questions. Share the video with somebody. Tag somebody to come in. Bless somebody with a video. I think 2 weeks ago I said that you guys inspire me so much. I'm here saying that woman of influence. Everybody that watched my show, you are influencing me, because just seeing you, I've seen wonderful people watching from all over the world. Just seeing you watching is also have a way of influencing me. So let's talk about the first sign of jealousy. Let's talk about the first sign of jealousy. The first sign of jealousy is you can celebrate what God have done and is doing in your life. Okay? Anytime you are not able to celebrate what God is doing and what God have done in your life, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. So you need to do that. Make sure that you are celebrating every little thing God does in your life. It makes you very grateful. It makes you very grateful. It just makes you very, very grateful if you celebrate what God is doing in your life. And you have to learn to count your blessing. Okay, learn to count your blessing. The psalmist says that count your blessing, then you will know how good God is. So count your blessing. Okay, count it. Because sometimes if you don't count it, you won't know. But if you start and counting, oh, I am alive today. I can breathe. At least I have food to eat. I have water to drink. You see, all those things are a blessing. And if you start counting them, then you will live a life of fulfillment. You live a life of gratitude. You live a life knowing that your God is good. And there is something that really helps you when you know that God is good. There's something that makes something happen in your life. Another thing I want us to look into is you have to be content. Okay? You have to be content. All of us are pushing ourselves so much to achieve every wonderful thing God has for us. And I am number one of it. I am not settling down for anything. I want to achieve everything God has for me. And I'm driving myself, I'm thinking, I'm asking, I'm doing conferences, I'm reading books, I am going places. Everything I can do to make sure that what God has for me, I will achieve it. I am doing it. But in spite of all those things, I need to be very content in myself and in what God is doing. Okay? You need to be content. Because if you are not content, you look at what God, you focus on what God is doing in other people's life. And you forget about what God is doing in your own life. So as you see people doing good, as you see people prospering, you have to know that maybe you are not there, but you will get there. Just wherever you are. Just be happy wherever you are. Just rejoice wherever you are. Just take it one day at a time wherever you are. It really, really helps you. So you have to learn to be content. And 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6. 1 Timothy 6, verse 6. It says that, now godliness with contentment is greater gain. Now, godliness with contentment is greater gain. You gain in life when you are content. Because guess what? Whatever you are doing is what God have asked you to do. You know, Joseph and the brothers, they decide not to look at who they are. They decide to hide their brother. And that's why it ended up. The Cain and Abel, you could see the first time that they were going to give to God, and God is going to use to bless them, because one didn't have confidence in his own offering, eyeing the offering of his brother, end up killing the brother. Being content is a great gain that you cannot afford as a man of influence, as a woman of influence, not to be content in wherever you are, wherever you find yourself in, whatever situation you find yourself in. As you are trusting God to move forward, as you are trusting God to enlarge your territory, as you are trusting God to do wonderful and great things in your life, you want to make sure that you are very, very content. It doesn't put any pressure on you. It doesn't do anything to you that you want to be other people, or you want to cut other people just for you to be on top, and you want to tear down people, gossip about people just to pull them down. But you are content. It's very, very important. Please continue to share the video. If you have any questions, we will take. If you have any questions, your contributions, we will take. I told you that I'm doing the show with you. So I need you to ask me your questions. We are talking about signs of jealousy. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question now that you are not asking me a question. So how would you know if you are jealous? Okay, I want somebody to answer that. How would you know if you are jealous? Or how would you know if you are crossing the line? You know, sometimes you just, you see somebody and you are just so much kind of, the person inspires you. You know, everything they do inspire you. So it's not like you want to be like them, but at least you take inspiration, you know, from them and all those stuff. So how would you know whether you are crossing, okay, to the other side of maybe being jealous of them, or it's just taking an inspiration from them? How would you know? So that's my questions to you. So I'm asking you that question. So if you're not answering the question, that's my question to you. So please make sure that you answer me. I will read your answer later. Another thing that we really also want to make sure that we have it in our life, especially at this time, is get your priorities, in order. Get your priorities in order. It helps when you know what to do, what you have to do at a time, what is important, what is not important, because what is important, it's just important. And there are some things, if you get to it, you get to it. But there are some things, they are life and death, and there are some things that you have to know what is important, especially at this time that we find ourselves in. You just have to know what is important, okay? What is important, what you have to spend your time with, and you just have to ignore. What you have to do in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. You have to set your priorities right. It's very, very important that you set your priorities right, okay? If you set your priorities right, and you know that, okay, around this time, my priorities is with my family. I'm going to make sure that I'm bonding with my family. I'm doing things with my family. I'm spending time with my family. If that is your priority, when you see somebody that their priority is also maybe playing soccer, okay, so when you see them playing soccer, you won't stop what priority you have set to go and play soccer too, because they are playing soccer. Anytime you set your priorities and you set it very right, it helps you to stay in your lane and be comfortable in your lane. It's help you not to even feel any jealous about anybody, because guess what? You are in your own lane. This is what I want to do at this time, and that is what God have asked me to do at this time, or this is what I think I have to do at this time. If God have also asked somebody to do something at that time, particular time, it doesn't have to match with my time. But guess what? I am so comfortable with what God have said. I'm so comfortable with the priority I have set that I don't care what anybody is doing. I just care about what God says I should do at this time. It helps you to get rid of jealousy. It's very, very important. It just helps you to get rid of it. Okay, so that is another thing that we really want to make sure that we set our priorities very right. It's the right thing to do. So make sure that you set it very right. Another sign, number 2 sign, that I want us to look at it is you think, okay, if you are thinking this way, then you have to check the sign of jealousy in your life. Anytime you think that people don't deserve what they have or what God is doing in their life, anytime you think that people don't deserve what God is doing in their life or what they have, then you are really crossing the line. Okay, you are crossing the line. It's in God's own doing to be able to do whatever he wants to do in anybody's life at any time. So anytime you as individual are thinking that somebody that didn't deserve what they have or that didn't deserve what God is doing in their life, then you are crossing the line. You don't want to cross that line. Okay, you don't want to cross that line. Please make sure you are asking your questions. And let me see, I think I have some comments here. So I asked you a question. Did I have a comment here? Okay. Sister Bryce says, I think, let me pin it so I can read it very well. She says, I think if you are not happy with other person achievement, then that makes you jealous. My option. No, that is good. That is it. Okay. If you are not happy about what people are achieving or what God is doing in their life, anytime you think that way, then that is a sign of jealousy, and you have to be very careful about that, because it's not you to determine what people have to have and what God have to do in people's life. We have an awesome God who doesn't need any one of us our permission, and he doesn't need any one of us to tell him what I deserve, like me, Victoria Kirby, I deserve. God will not come and ask you a permission to do anything in my life. He does what he wants to do. So anytime you see God's doing something in somebody's life and you think they don't deserve it, that's a sign of jealousy, and you don't need it. You don't need it at all. I have another comment. When it's difficult to celebrate someone else's good news for a husband or a new car, then you have to check. Okay, when it's so difficult for you, and I think I have it here, so Sister Jewel have gone ahead of me. When it's so difficult for you to celebrate people's success, that is a sign of jealousy. So, when it's about you, oh, let's go here. When it's your birthday, everybody have to stop whatever they are doing, drop everything, and celebrate with you. But when it's other people, you pretend that you didn't even remember. You'll be the last one to write the happy birthday when the day is almost over. I know sometimes we are busy, but when the day is almost over, that's when you're going to wish somebody a happy birthday. But when it's your birthday, the whole world have to stop. We have to stop just to celebrate you. But you cannot celebrate other people. That is a sign of jealousy that you really have to watch. You have to be able to celebrate everybody's success. Okay? But, my husband have a saying that really, I think it works. He always says that what you make happen for others, God will make it happen to you. So as you are busy thinking about others, God will find a way of thinking about you. It's just amazing. Okay? As you are busy thinking about others, thinking about how they are doing, thinking about how you can help, thinking about their welfare, God is also making somebody think about you. So it's something that you don't want to entertain at all. You have to be able to celebrate everybody's success. It's very important. It's very important. Another comment, being judgmental all cause you to criticize other people a blessing. There is no need. You don't need to be judgmental about anybody, and you don't want to let people live their life. Let people live their life. My mom says that when you start to rehearse when you start to realize what the other people used to be instead of where the person is now, then ask yourself, I am jealous. Okay, so that's another thing too. It's very important. Another comment, people look at your pictures and even get jealous because because you look good or beautiful. That is also a sign of jealousy. I don't know, but you see, we are living in an era of very interesting era that we all find ourselves in, and that's social media era. Okay, people post pictures, they are happy, they are smiling. If you see that, I mean, you have to decide. My whole thing is, if somebody have posted a picture and they are smiling, they are laughing, they are happy, which in the beginning I says that to live an awesome life is to laugh a lot, and smile. So if you see somebody posting a picture and they are laughing, they are smiling, you can also post a picture and laugh and smile. Okay? It's your page. It's my page. I've put my pictures, I'm laughing. You also have a page. Put your pictures there and laugh. Those of you who don't like pictures, I mean, that is your own, cup of tea. But if somebody likes pictures like me, I love pictures. You know why I love pictures? My whole thing is life is a journey. Life is a journey. What I am today, I won't be tomorrow. Because I'm trusting God that my future will be greater than my today. So life is a journey. If I don't take a picture today, how would I know where God is bringing me from and where God is taking me? I have to be able to see my past, my present, and my future. So for me, pictures is what I do. I take it so I'll know, okay, last 2 years, I was a little bit heavy. Last year, I conquered my heaviness. This year, I'm even more heavier. I have to know. Okay? I have to know. So if you see somebody enjoying their picture on Facebook, please, and leave them alone. There's no need to experience anything. You can also put yours there. It's very, very important. But I think in all things that we do, it's God who decides to bless people. So you see somebody have a new car, celebrate with them. See somebody have a new home, celebrate with them. Somebody getting married, celebrate with them. Somebody having a baby, celebrate with them. Any small thing that somebody have, I think the more we celebrate with people, the more God will cause our life to celebrate too. So there is no need to envy anybody. There is no need to jealous anybody. Just let's have what we can have, and God will continue to bless us. Thank you so much. Please continue to share the video. Tag your friends to come in. I have another comment here. It says that when your mind and heart has been truly transformed by Christ, then this thing should not have room for jealousy, which is very important. When our mind is transformed by the love of God, by the grace of God, and even what God is personally doing in your own life, it doesn't give you room to be jealous about anybody. It doesn't really give you room to be jealous about anybody. Another sign that we're going to talk about, if you are seeing this, then there is a sign of jealousy and you want to get rid of it. When you are angry, British person will say that I'm cross. When you are angry, cross, or sad, when people are making it, as Sister Bright says that when you see people achievement, then you are not happy. So anytime you become angry, you are sad, or you are cross, you are upset, you are throwing tantrums because a friend is making it, or your neighbor is making it, or your church sister is making it, then that is a sign of jealousy. Okay? It's a sign of jealousy. Anytime you see people making it, like you see somebody having a new car, and you're like, oh my God, she doesn't even deserve to have that new car. You see somebody, by the grace of God, buy a new house, and you are insulting them. It makes you so angry, make you so upset. Why not you? Why not you? Everything, why not you? You're always thinking about yourself. You are not thinking about others, and you think they don't deserve it. That is a sign of jealousy, which you really want to check it. Because guess what? As you think you deserve God to do great and mighty things in your life, so that somebody else also deserves equally for God to do great and mighty things in their life. So if you think you deserve God's blessing, somebody else also deserves God's blessing. So that's a sign, okay, of jealousy. If you get angry, if you get sad, just because God is making somebody prosperous, God is blessing somebody, God is doing great things in somebody's life, their ministry is growing, their house, things are moving on. I mean, we serve a God that have a way of promoting his people. God reward his people. God reward his people. And if we are serving God faithfully, God rewards us. So if you see God rewarding somebody and it make you angry, it make you upset, it make you cross, it make you sad, then you have to check it, because that's a sign of jealousy. And you don't need it. You don't need it. The reason why I'm talking about these things, those are the small things that eat us up. Those are the small things that we don't even, think about it, but that is what is really destroying and blocking the blessings of God in our life. And I asked a question, and I want somebody to help me before we finish the show. I asked the question, how would you know when you cross, okay, to being jealous or just taking inspiration from somebody? Like my mom, and I'm taking inspiration, everything she does, I feel it, this is good, and I want to take inspiration from it. I want to learn from it, and I want to see how I can also do something out of whatever she's doing. That aspect of our life, taking inspiration and learning from people. How would you balance it with being jealous? Okay, so I asked that question, and I want somebody to make sure that you answer me before we go. Another question here. Even Lucifer felt he was better and beautiful than God. Yes, it happened. But we don't need that. We really don't need that, as a children of God. Because jealousy and envy will take you to so many places that you don't want to be. You just don't want to be, okay? You don't want to be. Please, your comments are welcome. Your questions are welcome. Another comment from Minister Diane. When you are angry, when you are angry, when you have resentment towards someone God is blessing. Yes. So, when it makes you very sad, then it's not good. It's not good. Thank you so much. It's not good. Okay, so bring your comments. I'm trying to take all the comments as we go. Thank you so much for joining us, and please continue to share the video. Let it be a blessing to somebody. It's very important. Evangelist says that this is true. Jealousy is bitterness with low self-esteem. I love that, Evangelist. So Evangelist says that this is good. Jealousy is bitterness with low self-esteem. And which I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it earlier. It's very, very important to feel comfortable, okay, in yourself. That's why you have to work with your own self, okay? And whatever you have to do to feel confident in your skin, please do. Please do. Because then it helps you not to bother yourself, not to be bitter, not to have low esteem. It leads to a lot of things that I think that this time of our life, we don't need it at all. We don't need it at all. So it's very important. Another sign that I want us to look into, that you want to make sure you get rid of it. This sign, just please get rid of it. You are Okay, so you are happy when you see people fail. Oh my God, that is sad. So this is a perfect sign of jealousy. When you see yourself that you are so happy. I mean, you want to open that champagne and toast it. You want to jump from your bed. You want to, oh, did I tell you that I did zip line last week? Yeah, I did zip line. So you want to scream like you are doing a zip line. And just because somebody is failing, that is a big sign of jealousy. That is a big sign. After that one, I can't even describe it right here. When you see that, please know that you are really into jealousy and you want to get out. You want to get out. When somebody fails, and that is the time that you want to celebrate. It's a sin. It's sad. It's sad. And we have some people, that's what they do best. When you are not succeeding, even when this thing started, when all this COVID-19 situation started, how even some pastors was very sad, were so happy because they didn't have big churches, okay? And they were so happy that now everything is shut down. We are all the same. So now the one who have 50, the one who have 100, and the one who have 5,000, we are all the same because we are all cannot gather our people. That is a sin. And you could see how people were using their social media to talk about mega pastors, bringing them down. Oh, now you can't gather. Now you can't do this. That is not fun. Okay? That is a sin. If you think somebody failing will make you succeed, if you think somebody failing will make you better, then you are not even born again. And I saw on social media pastors behaving like that. It's not right. It's a spirit of jealousy. And you need God to deliver you. Because guess what? I told my husband, no matter what, whether those who have mega church, whether they cannot gather or not, they still have church. So you don't have. You can stay on social media and make the noise that you think you want to make. You still don't have church. They still have their churches. Although they are not gathering. God is still blessing churches. So if you think that you are equal with them or co-equal with them, you are lying to your own self. Trust God for God to give you something to do. Because although whether we are gathering as mega or not, we are still making an impact. We are still doing church. The church of Christ is so strong. The church of Christ is so better. The church of Christ is still moving on. Conferences are moving on powerfully in the airwaves. People's lives are changing. Things are happening. So because you think people are not gathering, so church is not going on, so now you are the same as somebody. No, you are not. You are not. But if you are a person that when you see people failing, it makes you rejoice, it makes you happy, please, that's a big sign of jealousy. And you don't need that. You don't need that. I have some comments here. So my husband says that jealousy is a spirit and you must not entertain it in your life. It's very, very important. Yeah. Jealousy is a spirit and you don't want to entertain it. You don't want to entertain it. Because, anytime you become jealous, you are telling God he's not smart. Because it's God who blesses. It's God who promotes. It's God who lifts people. So anytime somebody is being lifted, somebody is promoted, and you are jealous, you are telling God that he didn't have any sense to promote the person that you are envy about. He didn't have any sense to promote the person you are jealous about. So the spirit of jealousy makes you insult God, which you will be in trouble when you insult God. So it's not good. Do everything to get rid of jealousy. It's not good at all. You don't want it. You don't want it. Another comment, if you have issues, you must, if you have issue, you must heal and be delivered. And I know, if you have issue with God blessing people, then you need to be healed and you need to be delivered. It's very, very important. You need to be delivered. Thank you so much, Pastor Tio, for watching from England. Okay, I thought I have more comments. Yeah, so it's very, very important. Somebody failing will not make you succeed. Okay, sometimes people think that, oh, because this one is doing well, that's why I'm not doing well. No. Somebody failing will not. Like you go to your working place and you go and gossip about somebody and they lose their job. They are not going to add that portion of their pay to your pay. They are not going to do that. They are not even, sometimes they won't even add their job to your job. Or you go and gossip about somebody just because you want their position. Sometimes they will let them go, but they won't give you the position either. So guess what? You have destroyed somebody's life and you will not gain anything. Okay? So it's something that you don't want to entertain. Somebody failing will not make you better. Somebody not doing whatever they have to do will not make you do anything you have to do. Everybody is in their lane and everybody is doing something. So me trying to do Woman of Influence will not stop you if God asks you tomorrow to start a show. Go ahead. You can even call me and I will advise you things to do to make your show better than me. It doesn't matter. That's what God wants you to do. Okay? So somebody doing something does not mean that you cannot do it. Okay? So sitting down, thinking, and plotting, and praying, and crossing your hands and crossing your legs for somebody to fail because you think that will make you look better, please, forget it. It doesn't make you look any better. Okay? It doesn't make you any better at all. Okay, so that's not good. Prophetess says that what jealousy does, what does jealousy look and sound like? Okay, so what does jealousy look and sound like? Being judge-minded, so you have your own mind that you judge everything. So very judgmental mentally. You become very critical, and of course self-esteem, which evangelists said and prophets have repeated. You suffer low self-esteem. You are angry and bitterness, and we just have to be Christ-like. Okay, so we don't need it. We want to be Christ-like. And it's very, very important we do that. Thank you so much. Let me try to close it up here. Another sign that you don't, you also want to watch is you lose your joy, your peace because of people. So you lose your joy, your peace because of people. And I think that in this season that we find ourselves in, nobody is worth your peace and your joy. And personally, I've come to a point that, what used to bother me or what used for me to make a statement, now I look at it and I'm like, okay, you understand? And life is so precious now to me not to waste it on unnecessary things. Let me put it that way. Getting up this morning is so precious to me, not to waste it on getting angry on people issues. I mean, it's your life. However you want to live it, just go ahead. You understand? But I'm looking at things in a different way. That it's not worth my time. It's not worth my peace. It's not worth my joy to address some things. Just leave it. Okay? Just leave it. So it's very, very important that anytime you see yourself losing your joy and losing your peace just because of people, be careful. Why are you losing your joy? Because of people. Why are you losing your peace? Because of people. I mean, why? Okay, around this time that the world is as chaos as it is, you want to lose your joy over somebody doing something or saying something? You know, please, leave them. Let them say whatever they want to say. Let them do whatever they want to do. And just be yourself. It's very, very important. I think I saw a comment. Thank you so much, Prophet Atta. Thank you so much for watching. I'm very grateful. Thank you. Thank you for watching from Ghana. Thank you so much. And I have another comment. I think my husband said, just make sure whatever you are doing, God is the one asking you to do it. It's very, very important. Yeah. If God is the one asking you to do it, just do it and do it very well and be very, very comfortable doing it. And you this season, you don't need to lose your peace on anything. And the last statement that I want to make, I wrote it here, I say that the same boiling water that softened potatoes harden eggs. Okay? So the same boiling water that make our potatoes, our yam very soft is also the same one that harden eggs. Okay? So it is what you are made of, not your circumstances. So with all the things that is happening around us, it's what you are made of that is very important. So make sure that you are full of Christ. Make sure that you are Christ-like. Make sure that whatever God is asking you to do in this time, you are doing it, and you are doing it with all, whatever you have in you. And then focus on what God is doing in your life. Be grateful for what God is doing in your life. And leave the rest. Leave people to be whatever they want to do. When God is talking to them, you are not there. Of course, when God talks to you, you know what God said. And you want to follow what God says. And it's very, very important you do that. Okay? And take bold steps and trust God. I believe that this is a good season for most of us to come out well, come out making Christ's name proud, preaching the gospel to those who are not saved, and just making the light that is in us shine better than our own self. Okay, so I hope it has been a blessing to you. Thank you so, so much for watching. Pastor Tio says that shift your focus to the goodness in your life and celebrate the success of others. I love that. So shift your focus to the goodness in your life and celebrate the success of others. It's very, very important. My mom says that good advice and encouragement for this time. So focus on Christ, and great things are here. Great things. It's a great time. And I believe that Jesus will continue to reign in our life. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, our challenge continue to be on. The T-shirt is on now. We will call Abby to come and announce the one who won the T-shirt. So Abby, come on stage. Yes.
So the winner of the T-shirt contest is Farrah Diamond Rivers.
Oh, wow. So we going to contact you, and we're going to make sure that we give your T-shirt to you. But thank you so much once again for sharing all our videos, for tagging tagging your friends, and continue to share. And also, this challenge is on. The Mug Challenge is on YouTube. If you go to YouTube this week to subscribe to Victoria Crepy, you get this mug, okay? You get this mug. So those of you who go on YouTube to subscribe on YouTube, you are getting a mug. By Tuesday, just 1 week. So 1 week, if you go on YouTube and subscribe on our YouTube channel too, you get this mug. It's very nice. Your morning, can you imagine drinking your tea in Woman of Influence mug? How powerful and how influential you'll be the rest of the day. So follow us, but please, thank you so much. Continue to follow us on our social media platform. Now you know this is how we do it. So I'm on Instagram, so please follow me on Instagram, Victoria Crepy. Facebook, I have the the Victoria Agre Crepy. Go on Woman of Influence page, okay? Go on Woman of Influence page and like it, because we are going to be doing the show there very soon. So go on Woman of Influence page and like the page. When you like the page, anytime we are live, it will alert you that we are live. So go on Woman of Influence page and like it personally. And that is my page on Facebook. So go on Woman of Influence and like it there, and follow me, Victoria Crepy, and also go on YouTube and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll meet you here next week, same time at 12. God bless you. Please go out there and be the wonderful woman of influence and man of influence, and I'll see you next week at 12. God bless you. Bye-bye.